Roman Reigns has real-life heat with a former WWE star who turns out to be Matt Riddle in this video. And we are going to take a very, very deep dive into this, exactly what the beef was, how it started, why this was brought up again, and much, much more, because it's been a few years since we've touched on this. And honestly, when I wrote it up for Wrestling News Co., there was a lot of detail that went into it, because in the summer of 2021, Matt Riddle, well, he made headlines when he was talking in an interview about Roman Reigns taking credit for that year's SummerSlam. Now, Riddle has stated that Reigns doesn't move the needle, in addition to saying that the reason that Reigns is in the spot that he is due to the relationship that he has with The Rock. Obviously, they're fam. Now, he also said that he could beat Roman Reigns up in a real fight. These comments, well, they did not go over well. And they also came after Roman Reigns brought up how CM Punk wasn't over as The Rock or John Cena for WWE when he was on top in the company. Now, this was obviously previously not only him returning to wrestling, but also the company. As a result of said comments, Riddle ruffled some feathers within WWE and among some of the WWE people for saying what he did at the time. And there was a lot of heat in certain circles on Riddle. Now, Dave Meltzer, he had reported at the time that many in the company considered Riddle to be a very talented guy, but he's not astute as a politician backstage. Riddle taking shots at other stars, it's not anything new. He has been critical of the likes of Brock Lesnar and Goldberg in the past. While appearing on the Bubba Army, do y'all ever listen to that show? Riddle stated that he got a text from Reigns who called him unprofessional. Riddle later wrote an apology to Reigns asking for it to be rewritten by Randy Orton. This is what he legitimately said. Now, he did also say that Reigns called him, well, you can see, he called him a word, a coward, but more of a rated R type. Monetization, folks. The next time that they bumped into each other at a house show. While speaking on the wrestling mat, former WWE host of The Bump, Matt Campbell, he revealed that due to their real-life heat, WWE had to keep Riddle off-screen during a Roman Reigns appearance on the show in August of 2021. He said the funny part, a little side part of that show, is Riddle was a in-studio guest, and we 100% did not put Riddle on the set until Roman was gone. Off the screen. Just not going to mess with that. Then Riddle went and said something dumb about Roman right after that in another interview. Right after that, I think that's where he told the story about writing the letter to Roman, apologizing. Orton had told him to do it. We made it a point to keep Riddle. We would even have those interactions where someone would be in studio and then they would interact with a guest, whether that be storyline or not. We'd have some fun with that. We 100% kept Riddle off the set until Roman's interview was done, and that was the right call, end quote. Now, it should be noted that Roman and Riddle worked together the following summer, as Roman beat Riddle to retain the undisputed WWE Championship on a June 2021 episode of Friday Night SmackDown. So a lot of juicy information there, a lot of interesting detail there. Oh, you cannot call out the Golden Boy, and it's not a Roman Reigns thing. Roman Reigns worked his butt off to get to where he's at. He also was what Vince McMahon and Triple H want. Therefore, he has transcended everyone else. He's risen to the occasion. No different from a John Cena or The Rock or Steve Austin. If you look at what Riddle was able to do in WWE, considering his background and his personality, it's quite impressive that not only did he sustain the longevity and achieve everything that he did, it's remarkable to think that. And I'll tell you why. He does not fit the WWE mold. He was brought in by Triple H. And he's an entertaining guy who has a lot of baggage. That's just the reality of the situation. He always talks about Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, both guys who have had issues with Lesnar has had issues with Riddle. Goldberg has had issues with Riddle. A lot of people are standing in line to take a shot at Matt Riddle. The only problem is Riddle, he talked a lot of trash, but he can also back it up should he get into a fist fight, right? He's a former UFC fighter, former MMA fighter, so he can get away with that type of stuff. And when you can, you have to suffer in different ways, right? They can't just necessarily go up, and I guess they could punch him in the face, but they would probably get exposed. So you have to be a politician about things, and that's what Hulk Hogan learned, and that's what Hulk Hogan was able to absolutely hone in and craft a way that not a lot of people can. What Roman was able to do and has been able to do, regardless of if it's Vince McMahon booking him, Triple H booking him, regardless of it being the big dog gimmick or in the Shield or the Tribal Chief, a heel, a baby, it doesn't matter. Roman Reigns gets it, thrives it, moves on with it. Roman Reigns is fantastic. And that is why when he goes up against a Solo Sikoa, or when he eventually goes up at Jacob Fatu, that will be great moments for those guys to absolutely shine. And I look forward to seeing the day when they do, because I think the fact that Roman Reigns is giving back not only to the business, to younger guys, but he's also giving back to his family members, well, I think that's commendable. I really, really do. With Riddle, obviously he departed from WWE. He had a very nasty exit from the company in terms of just bad pub, right? Like he was in the headlines, TMZ, the airport thing, right? Now he's tried to clarify all that, and I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Randy Orton absolutely loves him. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he has some issues, like we all do, that can sometimes get out of hand, and he doesn't have a handle on them. And I think the fact that he has been able to find success outside of the WWE bubble, I think that's commendable. I also think it's very interesting that like an AEW has not brought him in, regardless of whether they're interested or not, regardless whether he's interested or not, he's not in AEW. And here in the United States, they're the second biggest promotion in the world. I think he would fit right up their alley. I think he would be a great addition. But I also don't know if it's a situation in which they feel like they have to bring him in, which kind of tells you something, considering that they bring in a lot of former WWE talents at the point where fans openly criticize him for doing so. I don't know. We'll see how everything plays out. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think about this drama between Matt Riddle and Roman Reigns? I'd love to hear your feedback, and I will see y'all in the next video.